Right, students, good evening. Students in the online, am I audible to you? Right. Students, do you want subject up? You want cooler up? That fan sound is coming now. You want subject up, cooler up? చెప్పట్లే వాళ్ళు ఏమి అసలు ఆఫ్ చేయ బాబు వాళ్ళు ఏం చెప్పట్లే ఆఫ్ చేయ స్విచ్ ఆఫ్ దట్ సో ఓన్లీ ఫ్యాన్స్ యూ కీప్ ఇట్ నౌ కూలర్ యూ వాంటా సబ్జెక్ట్ యూ వాంటా చెప్పట్లే వాళ్ళ నలుగురు అక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ ఇది ఎంజాయ్ 10 minutes స్టాండ్ అప్ వన్స్ స్టాండ్ అప్ కూలర్ యూ వాంటా సబ్జెక్ట్ యూ వాంటా First learn subject, after that cooler we will keep it, okay? Beginning stages now, sit up, don't feel that. So now SQL server, any students are there here? Any SQL server students are there, like all of a sudden sitting and going out? So any such students are there? Beginning only you try to leave it. After the class is over, by saying Python, they will come to know it is not an SQL server. Such type of students are also there. So any of students, I will start with them. Already subject is started. So now we will enter into the most important discussion. And today's class, platform independent. So features, how many features of Python are there? 11 features are available. And I was explained already in the class, simple and freeware and open source. Now it's a time to see to go for what? Platform independent language. Platform independent language, I will go for it. So coming to the point of it, platform independent language, I'm going to explain here. Easy? Now I'm going to start. What do you mean by platform independent? This class, I'll explain almost 1 hour, 30 minutes, I'll explain. Beginning only I'm saying, anybody don't have that patience? So try to listen now. This is a time I'm going to explain. I can say in one word, I can say in one word, I'm going to give you beginning itself. So he is also SQL server. SQL server. So he is a SQL server student. I already said, right? Again he is saying, he started now. So like that, these people are not able to concentrate. Something they will sit, not able to understand anything. Sorry, okay? So which class this is? Python class. Everybody is okay? Now, I am going to discuss this topic. I'll be giving a lot of explanation here. What is the concept of platform independent? What do you mean by, what is the property for platform independent? Property for platform independent, I'm going to explain. And there I'm going to talk about, another one I'm talking about, non-object versus object. This is a very, very important discussion I'm going to say. So students, you are already aware of it. From the last few days onwards, you are observing. It's a more practical explanation. This is, try to understand what is platform independent. I can say in one line answer, any application running on every OS, then that is known as what? Platform independent, I can write it. And you will also convince it, because I shown you in the last Friday class. You will convince it. You will go to interview and you will repeat the same thing. Interview will say, write a code and show me, they will say. What you will do? You will see left side, right side and all the 4 directions. No sorry is available. And you will come to me repeat. And sorry is there. Whether he is there or not, you don't know. But I am here from last 26 years onwards. So that even if you come tomorrow also, you should be there here. That's why I'll be giving most permanent explanation, most practical explanation I would like to give you. Shall we start? Yeah, students. So carefully set your mindset in such a way that you should listen so concentratedly and everybody must understand. Online students, shall we start the discussion now? Shall we start the discussion now? Yes. Let's start the discussion now. Fine. So here, I'm going to take up and try to respond in the class. Try to respond in the class. Now I'm going to take C language environment, C++ environment, C environment of once I will discuss. C, C++ programming execution environment, programming language environment I will discuss. This is one thing I will discuss. Next I will discuss one more is called what? Java language environment I will discuss. One more I will open it. Because getting theory is very simple. That is without practice, no use of it. As a real-time programmers, you must understand what is happening in industry. Java programming language environment I am talking. Java programming language environment I am going to talk. This is related to Java. And finally, I am going to talk about Python language environment. Python language environment I am going to take. One more thing. Beginning only I am making you to prepare. Python language, programming language, environment. Language environment I am going to take. This is my agenda which is going to ready. Now I am going to say, anybody not able to hear me, please re-log in, my dear student. Please re-log in. Now I am going to introduce what? C programming execution I am going to decide. In every programming language, there is a concept of data types is available, students. In every programming language, there is a concept of data types. And you already started data types in college days. I don't know how many of you are C language students. Java students, I don't know. May I know who are the C language students here? Just C language. Okay, only one student, sincere student. One girl is there. These are the beginning onwards. Only 2 students are sincere. Other students, I don't know whether you are sincere or not. Are you sincere? Who is C language students here? This side, nobody, only one student. No, like this. Okay. Girls, no C language students? Okay. So you understand already how many data types are there and what is the purpose of data types. So I just want to take one small answer and I'll move forward. Boys, don't know? Okay. Girls, I don't ask questions. If they want to say the answer, they can say. Voluntarily, they can say. Want to say the answer, they can say. Want to say the answer, they can say. Otherwise, I don't say, you answer more like that, I don't say. Want to answer, you can answer. Ma? Types I'm not asked. What is the purpose of data types? That is for data types. Wrong answer. Sit up. So for unique identification, no more. Data types are always used for allocating the memory space and then storing the data. Data types are always used for allocating the memory space and then storing the data. For that purpose, we'll go for what? Data types. In C language, there are 20 data types are there, but our SAR will say only 4 data types. 16 data types is digested already. So I am writing data types in Python. In Python, only people will say 2 data types. When I come to Python data types, I'll tell you total data types, how many are provided? 14 data types are available. Those 14 data types, I will give you complete explanation in the class. Sir, where are you explaining that? I'm going to very shortly, we are coming to the programming part. 11 AM, which is a new batch before your batch started. Data types in Python, totally 14 data types are available. The 14 data types, one by one, I wrote it here. I will explain in detail of all these things. And the people will explain only what? Int and float. That is only the Python data types they will say. Only 2 data types. And those 2 data types, nobody will ask in the interviews. They will ask about this list, tuple, set, frozen set, and dict. They will ask this type of things. Okay, that you least bother about it. Come to my point. I'm straightforward coming to the point here. Data types. What is the purpose of data type, students? Allocating memory space. Allocates memory space. Why memory space allocation is required? To store the data of some application, memory space must be allocated. Who will allocate the memory space for us? Data types. Whether you are a BCom student or any non-IT student, from now onwards, no non-IT students, everybody must spell out without anything. What is the purpose of data types, ma? Allocating memory space and data stored. That is the purpose of what? Data types. Allocates memory space and data can be stored. And data can be stored. This is the purpose of what? Data types. Did you understand this point? Well, now I am going to discuss. Allocates memory space and then data can be stored. Now my point is very, very simple. In C programming, what are the data types are available? I'm just writing it. I'm not writing the total 20 data types, but I will write some of them in the class. Whatever you heard about it, I'm just writing it. Once again, for my satisfaction, listen very carefully, because if I just rush out, you cannot get it. Now, what is the purpose of data types, ma? To allocate the memory space and data can be stored. That is the purpose of what? Very good. Now here I am going to say, what are the data types which are available? Int, which you are already aware of it. That's what I am saying. You already remembered it. Float. Next is called what you know? Double. Next is called what? Char. Bool is not there. Anybody says bool, take your luggage and go to home. Bool is not there in C language. Bool is not there in C language. You just try anywhere else. Bool is not there in C language. Bool is there in Python. Boolean is there in Java. And if you mix Java, Python, everything, it will become a cocktail juice. And it will become Java, Python, C. No software companies will provide that job. That's why, students. And I don't feel it because I speak very openly with you. And this open talks will give you heartful feelings to you. Sorry, saying correct. We have to appreciate. So I never keep anything in the mind. Whatever talent is there, I will show like in the mirror to you. Mirror, no, on your face directly, I will show you. Now, come on. Int data type. On DOS-based operating system, it takes some memory space. On Unix-based operating system, it takes some more memory space. Dear students, int data type on DOS-based operating system will take, int data type on DOS-based operating system will take 2 bytes. The memory space can be measured always in terms of what? Bytes. Bytes. In further KBs, MBs, GBs, terabytes, etabytes, jetabytes, petabytes, there is a lot of hierarchy will be there. But you know what? Bits, bytes, KBs, GBs, now TBs you are coming. Later, what is there? Jetabytes, etabytes, petabytes, some extra ranges are also there. Right, students? As far as this int is concerned, int, float, bool, all these things, int, float, double, char, are first of all called what? Keywords. Acting as what? Data types in which language? C language, whose purpose is what? Allocating the memory space and data can be stored. With the int data type, you can store what? And numbers without decimal places. About the data types, I will explain so many things in my class. So this is your previous knowledge I am taking. In Unix operating system, it will take 4 bytes. Carefully observe, students. I'll ask one conclusion from your side. Int data type will take 2 bytes. Int data type will take 2 bytes. And next is called what? On DOS. Int data type, same data type on what? Unix will take 4 bytes. If you know the subject of C language, whether you are a faculty taught or after going to home, search in the internet, same diagram will come. Data types and their memory spaces on different operating system, you type it, you will get this table. Next, float data type will take 4 bytes with 7 decimal places, and here it is going to take what? 8 bytes with what? 7 decimal places. Floating point values means what? Numbers with the decimal places like 33.44, 99.99, some numerical values with integer data plus what? Decimal data. This is about what? Float. When you come to which type, double if you come, it will take what, students? It will take 8 bytes with what? 15 decimal places. I'll show in my Python also, in Java also. That's why carefully listen. Next here what? It will take 16 bytes with what? 15 decimal places. And char will take what? 1 byte only. Here also it will take 1 byte only. Except char data type, rest of the data types are taking different memory spaces on different OSs. Tell me, is C++ languages are dependent on OS or independent from OS? Dependent. What do you mean by platform? Type of OS being used is called OS. What do you mean by OS? It will provide the memory services, hard disk services, processor services. So many hardware services will provide. And such a type of OS services for the C language is not going to be same. If I run my C application on DOS-based operating system, this is the scenario. If I run the same C application on where? Unix-based operating system, this is the scenario. Are you able to get my points? So, what do you mean by platform? Type of OS being used is called what? Platform. Say once, what is the platform? Type of OS being used is called what? Platform. What is the platform I am using now? Which OS now I am using? DOS. Which OS I am using? In int data type and DOS will take how many bytes? Here how many bytes? What is the meaning of it? Are they dependent on OS or independent from OS? Hence C++ languages and their applications are platform dependent or platform independent? Platform dependent. I hope you understand my point. So people will ask you, why C++ languages are platform independent or dependent? They will ask you, is it dependent or independent? Dependent. What is the reason? The data types of the language differing from one OS to, and hence those applications are called what? Platform dependent. Suppose if I develop my application, if I develop my project on Unix based OS, if I try to run that application on where? DOS based operating system, it will not run at all. Why? Memory space differs. If I develop my application on Windows DOS based OS, if I try to run on where? Unix based OS, that also will not run. So I'm going to write a conclusion here. If you understand my point, since C++ languages are taking different memory spaces on what? Different OSs. C++ is taking different memory spaces on different OSs, and hence C++ languages are called what more? And C++ languages and their applications are called what? Applications are called what? Platform. Come on. Platform dependent. See, if I go very fast, it will be bouncing to you. That's why slowly, because I want to give you very good clarity. It's a compulsory gunshot question in interview point of view, and you have to answer it like anything. It is easy to understand if I give an explanation so perfectly. I hope it is clear up to here. Now I will enter further. I don't take much time. Why I am taking more time? Because I want to see you good position of you in my subject. This is called my conclusion. I am giving it. Students in online, can you please confirm it? Please, will you please confirm it? Gnaneswar, please repeat once Sarji. Okay. So already same thing I explained 5 to 10 minutes. Nothing is there. If you are taking memory space on some OS, some space, if it is taking different memory space on different operating system, is it dependent or independent? Come on, dependent. You are able to play good cricket on your home ground. If you go to Australia or UK, there you are becoming duck out. What is that is called? Is it a ground dependent or ground independent? Ground dependent. And one player will play in all the countries, all the ground centuries only. Isn't it independent or dependent? But don't tell this example. It's only for your awareness purpose. Will you follow? My dear students, Gnaneswar, now you are understanding. Give me a final conclusion. C++ languages are platform dependent or independent? Ma? Dependent. Why they are dependent? They are taking different memory spaces on different OSs. That's why they are called platform dependent. Will you convinced it? Yes. Now I am going to enter into, because this is a very olden days languages, I am not showing any C++ thing. Nothing is required about this. Now I am coming to Java environment. Can I come to Java environment? What is the purpose of data types, my dear students? Allocating the memory space and data can be stored. Is the data type is a neutral to store everywhere or dependency is there? Because their memory space differs from one OS to, that's why they are dependent or independent. Good. Shall I move forward? Online students, right? Charmily, very good, mom. Very good. So, are you able to understand up to here? Now I am going to enter into the Java environment. I am going to take Java environment. I am going to take here also. In Java also, what concept is there, students? Data types are there also. What is the use of data types, my dear student? Once again, I forget. Allocating the memory space, data can be stored. Very nice. Now in Java language, I will write data types. I'll show you the practically also. Even though you don't need Java programming, I'll show the Java code. Why? Because you don't know Java code, but I will show you to see the result purpose. Once you see the result in Java and result in Python, with your intelligence, you can decide which language is the best. That's why Python is the most popular nowadays for data scientists. That's the first choice programming language for many data journalists, AI researchers, business intelligence analyzers. Let me go to the, I am going to take it, data types. See, my dear students, data types I will take it. Next I am writing here what you know, DOS based operating system. DOS based operating system. Now I am going to write it what? Unix based operating system I am going to take. Unix based operating system I am going to take. My dear students, in this data types area, I am going to take it here. DOS based operating system, Unix based operating system I am going to take. In Java, I am writing int float bool are not there in where? Bool is not there in where? C language, as we discussed. Here we are going to get it. The data types in Java, I'm writing little clarity wise, byte data type. Next I am writing what you know, short data type, long data type, int data type. This is comes under integer category. Even in C language also, short int, long int, signed short int, unsigned short int, the big headache. Since you don't know, we will feel it as a difficulty. If I teach C language or somebody teach C language, all these things must explain in certain formula so that student will become much boosting in the subject. Right? These are all comes under what? Integer category. Next I'm going to write it float. Next I'm going to write a double. Next I'm going to write a boolean. Boolean, and before that I am writing what? Char. These are the data types which are already present in which language? C, Java language. These data types are already present. Already present means which data types? These are all predefined data types we can call. Spell out, ma. Predefined data types we can call. These are all predefined data types, students. Now I am going to give a conclusion. These data types are already defined. These data types you did not define. These data types are already defined. So such a type of data types already defined in the Java language. That's why these are known as which data types? Predefined data types we can call. So these are called predefined data type. A small word I am writing. Predefined data types we will write it. Under byte data type. Under byte data type, it will take DOS based operating system will take 1 byte, 2 bytes. Very carefully listen. I'm requesting to all of you. If you listen carefully, you'll get a solid knowledge about computer science. What is platform independent and dependent? Right. I am requesting online students also do the same thing, my dear students. Next, this is taking what? Int. Int is missing somewhere else. 1 minute more. A small change in the order, I will take it. A small change in the order. Okay. Just for a minute. So I'm going to take up. Here I'm taking something like this. So here, just try to remove this. Now I will remove both of them. I'll write certain order here, students. It is int here. And next I'm writing what? Long. Int will take 4 bytes. Next long will take what? 8 bytes. Same type of memory space will be taken, the same data types, even in where also Unix OS also will take the same thing. Under Unix OS also will take the same thing. Will you follow me? Under Unix OS also will take the same thing. You come to the float. 4 bytes with what? 4 bytes with what? 7 decimal places. Here also, what will be taken? Same type of memory space will be taking. You come to this place. 8 bytes with what? 15. 8 bytes with what? 15. It is taking. 15 it is taking. 15 it is taking. Here also it is taking what? 8 with what? 8 with what? 15. 15. Right. Now char will take here, students, 2 bytes. C++ will take what? 1 byte. Java char data type will take 2 bytes. Reason, if you want, I will tell you at the end of the class. Right now, don't worry, because our point is not to compare C and then what? Java. My comparison is C with Python, Java with Python, and I want to say the merits of Python language. Boolean will take no date, no memory space. That is called simply what? 0 bytes. Right. So see, students, carefully follow. Now, by looking at this, yes, Ramesh Reddy, C not data types are not predefined. What is that English? I don't understand. In C, not data types are not predefined data types. So mind like it is not understandable by myself. So coming to the Python. Now Srujana is asking, what about other OSs, 2 OSs? It is taking all types of OSs I said. Unix you take it, Solaris you take it, Linux you take it. Already last Friday class I shown you number of OSs, right? Srujana, if you want, you can wait, ma. You hold on that, I'll go for it. You can take OS by 2, you take it as Linux, you take it as Solaris, you take it as all OSs which are present in the market. Ubuntu, you take it, all types of OSs. Understand? Now just look at that and then conclude it. All of you conclude it now. DOS and Unix, observe these data types. Carefully observe it. What is this memory space is taking? Same or different? Same or different? Exactly same. If I develop my application on where? Unix. Can I run the application on DOS? Yes. If I develop the application on DOS, will I run on Unix? Yes. Are they independent or dependent? Good. Why Java is independent language of OS? Because whose memory space remains the same for all types of OSs. That's why it is known as what? Platform independent language or dependent language. Independent language. Now, I am giving one small conclusion here. What is my conclusion now? Come in, why are you coming late to the class, my dear student? Tell me now. I am going to give the conclusion here. All of you answer my question. Come on. In Java programming, I am going to give you in Java programming. Come on, students. In Java programming, all data types takes what memory space? Same memory space. In Java programming, it takes what? All data types takes what? Same memory space. Same memory space, irrespective of type of OSs. Right? On what OSs? Different OSs, and hence, come on, Java is which language? Platform. Good. Platform independent language. Independent language. Very good. Java is one of the platform independent language. Did you understand, students? Right. Okay. Online students, can you please say once? Can you please confirm once about this type of subject? Once you please confirm it. Right. Now I am going to say the discussion is over. Now I am going to say further. This type of thing we understand. Now I am going to enter into the further. About this topic. Which one we got it? About the topic of what? What is platform independent? Now, my question, see very perfectly. Now perfectly. This is the one every faculty will tell from their beginning of inception of Java from 1990 onwards. Java also came almost in the same time. Now answer my question, face my question. These are gunshot questions in interviews. If you are talented, apply your intelligence and ask to any person outside. Take your own time, 15 days time you take it. 1 month time you take it and come with an answer. It's an open challenging question. Now, 1 byte of data, you will go for which data type? Both the OS, which data type you will take? Come on. More than 1 byte, where do you go? Don't look at me. More than 1 byte, where do you go? Short. If you go for recharging with 699, you will get some 84 days free, 1.5 GB, etc. More than 1.5 GB, if you want to go, you will go for higher money recharging or not. So you know that knowledge, recharging knowledge, but subject knowledge is very much less efforts are required. Come on, fast. 1 byte of data, where do you go? Come on. More than 1 byte, where do you go? Okay. How many bytes it will take? On every way, same now. More than 2 bytes, where do you go? Okay. Int will take how many bytes? Good. More than 4 bytes, where do you go? Very good. Good. More than 8 bytes, where do you go? అందులో 50% float అని చెప్తారు. It's not working and you don't feel it also. It is taking what? 4 bytes. 8 is bigger, 4 is bigger. Will you go to 4? Where do you go? Okay. Why you are going with? Because it has 15 decimal places are there. Now I want to store 60 bytes of data, 16 bytes of data with a 16 decimal places I want. Where do you go? You take this question for 20 days, you search everywhere and come with a solution. Will anybody will answer it? 16 bytes, do you have anything like this? Now here, long double, float double, such type of things are not there in Java. My dear students, learning is important, but application-wise learning is most important in real time. Without learning this type of thing is of no use. This is my request for all of you. Learn with a application-wise. Are you able to understand me? Now, shall I continue now? Moreover, If I go for byte data type, now I'm going to introduce a small practical awareness using Java. Very shortly, I'll go to where? Python. Very shortly, I'm going to Python. In Python, one tremendous word is coming that you have to understand. That's why I'm concentrating more on this area. My dear students, program files, and next is called Java. Now I'm going for JDK 19. It's my original core field of mine. I will take JShell. Like a Python command prompt. We are going to Python command prompt or not? Like that, Java command prompt is also there for us. It's a new facility in Java. There you see, int what? A is equal to 10 I am writing. What is int ma? Data type. Int is integer. I did not ask this question. What is int? Integer. What is float? Tell the survey. What is bool? Don't know. What is int? Integer. So don't learn like that. Of course, you are a student, I can understand. Now you see, A is equal to int data type. Will allocate the memory space. Slowly I will go. Inside what you can store? 10. This is called a single value only you can store. Am I correct? Single value only I can store. My requirement today is I want to store which value I want to store? My number I want to store. My name I want to store. My college name I want to store. My college name I want to store. And I want to store our something like what? Marks I want to store. Marks I want to store. Something like this I want to store. How many values I am storing? More than one value I am storing in where? Variable of which type? Int type. Don't worry about the variable and all. I will explain it. Shall I move forward? Now, int data type, float data type, whatever the data types I wrote it, they allows us to store how many values? Single value only allows us to store. Unable to store what? More than one value. I'm trying to store 10 comma. I'm storing the name and I'm storing some marks. Here I'm going to store. I'm going to store more than one value. In software industry, any application you take it, you are supposed to enter more than one value. You take an example of filling up, sign up as a new user. There you need to enter first name, last name, date of birth, user ID, confirm password, re-enter password. Some details will enter or not. Is it one value or more than one value? More than one value. If you go to an ATM transaction, what is happening there? You are entering what? You are keeping your card. Internally, card number will be received. Your name will be received. You are entering your PIN number. Later, you are entering the option you are choosing. Later, you are entering withdraw amount also you are entering. How many values you are entering? More than one value you are entering. Now, I want to store. Is it possible or not? That is my question. Into data type, whatever the predefined data types are there, they are going to store what? Single value. Never allows us to store more than one value. It is going to give you an error. See that error, ma? So I will give you what? Semicolon I am giving. Is it an error or not? That means it is giving a cap symbol here only. It allows us to store what value? Only single value. Never allows us to store what? More than one value. Did you understand? Now, one more example I am going to tell you. See students, A is equal to some 20. Value 20 placed, right or not? Which type of value? What is the value stored? 20. One more time. You see, A is equal to some bigger value I am going to store. 99999. You take this value. You take this value. 9999. You press enter key. You see the error. Integer number is too large. That means you go to big banking application. Is it a figure which is going to be stored? Still more than that numbers will come or not? So your Java into data type is able to store what? Small values only. But I'm looking for what? Bigger values I'm looking. In data scientist, if we go for an application development, I want some 60 digits are there. 60 digit related number is there for for me. How to store such a big data? Is our Java data types are supporting? Come on, guys. Now tell me, I'm giving one small conclusion. Once again, I will come to the Java code. Now I'm writing all the predefined data types. All the predefined data types allows us to store what values? Single values are storing, unable to store what values? Multiple values are not able to store. That point I'm writing, my dear students. Please follow. All predefined data types. Please be patient and listen very carefully. All predefined data types of which language? Java. All predefined data types of Java takes what? Single value. Single value. But unable to store what values? Multiple values in single variable. So did you understand this point, ma? Now I am going to say very easy, students. I'm going to conclude by myself. Understand everybody, students. All the predefined data types allows us to store what values? Single value. Never allows us to store what? Multiple values of which type? Multiple values are unable to store it. Have you seen practically or not? Now, my requirement is I want to store multiple values of same type in Java. What you will do? Now, I will write my requirement is, now students, there is no hurry at all. If I go very hurry, you cannot understand. My requirement is to store Java code. You may feel difficult, but when I come to Python now, you'll feel, sir, dead easy, will say. I will make you to feel that. Wait for a few minutes. My requirement is to store multiple values by using what language? Java language. What you will do? To do this, my requirement is to store multiple values by using what? Java. So we need to develop programmer defined data types. In our colleges, we call it as what? User defined data type. That is a blunder. Users will not develop the data types. Who is going on the road, they won't develop the data types. Programmers will develop the data types. Am I correct? English also some importance will be there. Users will develop, programmers will develop. That is known as which data type? Programmer defined data types. By using, I am writing, students, by using which concept term? Classes concept. Very important. In Python, classes object. Total life of Python is classes and object. Please listen carefully, students, because today if you understand the word called classes and object, I'll give the awareness about classes and object also. By using what? Classes concept. Sir, how to store this? Can you show me? After that, still that is having limitations. Now I am writing storing multiple values by using what? Classes concept, and I will write here what? Objects. So those who are interested in learning this, then only they can follow me carefully. Otherwise, it is bouncing. Carefully listen. Now I am going for what? One Java code I will write it. One Java code I am writing. Please look at that. Now I am writing. You don't know Java, but I will write Java code. Now I am writing class. What is the class name here? Student. Don't worry about what is the code I am writing. Inside what I am interested in? SNO. String I am taking what? Name. And next to float I am taking what? Marks I am taking. That means student is called a class. It is a data type acting. Here I am writing student is a class name. You don't worry about a class name. Very shortly I will give what is a class name. And acting as which data type? Programmer defined data type. Programmer defined data type. Now come on immediately. OBJ, Java OBJ demo. I'm giving the file name OBJ demo. I am writing there You don't worry about it, what I am doing, just observe it. Student S is equal to new student. You may ask a question, sir, we are coming first day, you are writing the Java code. How can we understand? Because learning great things require a lot of explanation. Because I am not a theoretical person to say some theory and then giving some pollution in your brain. To explain a eco-green concept, Swachh Bharat concept, practical student, I need to give this many things. Now I will take S dot SNO is equal to 100. S dot SName is equal to some value called Rosam. And Rosam is a person name. S dot marks is equal to what? 22.22 F. F indicates what? Float. If I don't write F, everybody will think that it is a float. It is not correct. You need to write F there. That is mandatory in Java. Now I will print the data. How I will print the data? Please look at system.out.println S dot SNO plus some space I will give students. S dot SName plus some space I will give. S dot what? Marks. Marks I am going to send. Try to run this code. Try to run this code. Now I am going to say, I am saying that coming to our place, 6 p.m. under the features only, I will save my code. Which code I am saying? Java obj demo.java. And I am going to different environments. Least bother. For one conclusion purpose, I am going. Here, I'll go to my folder name, Python 6 p.m. CD features. I will explain all these things in the further, how to go to command prompt, how to do this, what are all these things. From spoon feeding level, I will explain. Java C, my file name.java. It is giving some errors. Semicolon is required. So here I required some semicolon. Somewhere else there is one more semicolon here. And try to run this. Try to run this. Data is coming. System.out.println S is of type what? Variable name S dot S name. So here you see student S is equal to what is the error name there? S of type student. So student is called what? Student S is equal to new student. What is the mistake there? Cannot find a variable of type S. What is this now? S is equal to new student of so here S dot name plus S dot marks. Correct only, nothing is error, cannot find S dot S name, S dot etc. Try to remove this. S dot SNO system.out.println, don't worry about it. So S dot what? S name. Name or S name? Name, not S name. Okay, let it be. Take the same thing. We written name here. We are writing S name here. That's the mistake there. That's the mistake there. Now it is going to work out. Now see that now. It's getting the data. Now run the data now. Java here, run it. Variable mistake we used it. Nothing, typing mistake. So see this now. Getting the data or not? So in a single variable, how many values we are storing? Are you following me? Are you getting English? What is this? Yes, single variable. How many values I am storing? Now, what is the predefined data types of Java? Taking how many values? Single value. But I am storing how many values in single variable? 3 values I am storing. That means compared to predefined data types, who is storing more number of values? Programmer defined data type. The beauty in the software industry is who can store more number of values? Who can store? Objects can store more number of values. To create an object, what is required? Class is required. Just to spell out one small thing. Why we go for object? Just to spell out that once. Spell out and palakamana ardham. Spell out once. Completely zero fundamentals. Unable to spell out also. What is this? First, what is this? What is this now? Why do you go for objects? It's a general question. Why do you go for object? To store more number of values. You are bringing the bag or not? Why are you bringing bag? In your bag, lot of items are there or not? Lot of items are there or not? Why are you taking bag? To store lot of values or not? So what is your bag is called? Object. You are going to a native place today night. You are keeping dresses, cell phones, everything or not? What that bag is called? Object. Right or not? Single value stored in non-objects. More number of values are stored in objects. Are you getting? What is the use of object? To store more number of values. To store more number of values. Non-objects will store how many values? Tell me. Java non-objects means which data types? Can store what value? Unable to store what? Why unable to store multiple values whose memory space is very small or not? To store more number of values, we will go for what in Python, what in Java, programmer defined data type. By using which concept? And will create what? What is class and object? Don't worry. Within few minutes, I will give you very good knowledge. Why do you go for objects? To store more number of values. How many storage things are there in industry? 2. Non-object storage, object storage. Non-objects will store how many values? Objects will store what? Very good. Good. Keep on maintaining. Students in the online, please follow me carefully. Now I am going to enter. 3 values are stored or not? Yes. Go to the place. I am trying to place. In my class, how many things I organized? That means my object can store how many values? 3. You need not to know Java. Add one more value. Yes, dot. CNAME is equal to OUCET. CNAME is equal to OUCET. Do you have OUCET here? Come on. I designed my class and whose object with how many values? But I am trying to store what value? 4th value also. I am expecting object can store 4th value also. But my object is designed to store how many values? Say this is an error or not? See the error. Now I am telling, compile the program. Error is coming. Variable CNAME is not find. So Java non-objects can store single value. Java objects can store more number of values. But what is the limitation of Java objects? Fixed number of values only it can store. How many? 3 means 3. Is it storing 4th? No. Is it storing 5th? If I want to store 4th, you need to go to the place. I need to write what? String CNAME I am writing. You write the CNAME and I will write the time. After that it is valid. Plus I will say, plus I am writing something. Yes dot what? CNAME. Now you print it, ma. Compile the program in that. CNAME I need to give semicolon. Semicolon you execute it. See students, execute. Say here, what is the answer now? Getting the values or not? Now, once again I am saying, I am writing here, yes dot ADDR is equal to what? HUID I am saying. Is it valid or invalid? Come on, ma. Invalid. That means Java objects can store more number of values, but the size restricted. Yes or no? Java non-objects can store how many values? Single value. Java objects can store what? More number of values, but size restricted. Now I want to go to some language which can store any number of values. Unlimited number of values can store. That is called Python. Java objects, Python objects. Let me talk one more time. This object, yes, SNO name marks are called what? Into float, etc. Are they taking same memory space on every OS or not? Come on. Yes. So Java object also on every operating system takes the same memory space only. Why? Inside of it, we have into float, boolean, a character and everything. So Java objects are independent to OS or dependent to OS? Java objects are independent to OS because Java object internally contain our data types only. You catch my point? So Java objects are platform dependent, independent. independent. Moreover, it is a good. But what is the advantage? More number of values. But what is the limitation? Size restricted. Now I want what? Platform independent plus size unlimited. I want to go for it. That is called Python. All objects in industry are platform independent, first of all. And then what is the problem of most of the object oriented programming languages? Most of the languages, objects are size restricted. Now I am going to which language? Please look at that. Please look at that. Online students, please follow me. Others, and say here Python. Say click on OK. Now I am coming to Python code I am writing. Class. What is my class name here? Student. Don't worry, I am just writing pass. What is pass? You don't worry. Now I am writing S is equal to what? Student. This is known as what? Object creation. Total world in the world in today is object, object, object. What did you understand about object? Stores what values? More number of values. Java objects can store what? More number of values, but and platform independent also. Python objects are what? Python objects are what? Stores more unlimited number of values and they doesn't have restriction. I'll show you. Doesn't have the size restriction. 1 minute you see. S dot SNO is equal to 100. S dot SName is equal to Rosam. I am writing. Understand everything more practical, student. Nothing to be unpractical. So 22.22 print of what? S dot SNO comma S dot SName. See how plain code it is. S dot what? Marks. Just give me the, this is called what? Python obj demo.py. Python demo.py. Right now, go to the place D colon 6 p.m. features. You save it. Python code I am saving. Done. Go to the place, execute. Py I am writing. Don't worry about py. Everything I will explain once again. See my output. Yes, Nema. See Nema. S dot ma. Yeah, by mistake it is written S dot. So here I am going to say data coming or not. Now, how many values are there? Now I am adding. See, without having anywhere else modification, what is this? CName is equal to what? OUCET. Print off once again here. Print off once again here. C dot what? Yes, comma. S dot what? CName you say. Execute it. Am I getting or not? Once again you say S dot what? ADDR is equal to what I am saying? HYD you say. HYD. S dot what? DOB is equal to, you say something like what, you know, today I will write it 13 and then 03 and 2023 I am writing. This is I am writing inside of this. And print all these data, students. Print all this data. How many values I am having, ma? S dot ADDR. S dot what? DOB you say. You execute it and see that. Is it size restricted or unlimited? Ma? Good. One more point I want to say. Go to your Java. Int A is equal to, I said, integer type. It is having size restricted or not? See, integer number is too large. But when you come to Python environment, go to Python environment once. Go to Python environment once. The Python 3.11, which I downloaded in front of you one day, few days back. Now see this now 36 bold fonts you see. Now I am going to give you the conclusion. Same. A is equal to what? 10. Don't worry what is 10. I'll show you within 2 minutes. A is equal to 9999. 9999. Still accepted. Print of what? Beginning. Beginning. A is equal to 10. Print of A. Accepted. A is equal to what? 999. Print of A. Accepted. A is equal to what? 99999. Such a big 9 in Java, it is giving big error. In Python, you see guys, what is that? getting an answer. A is equal to what? 99999 you see. 9999 you see. Print of A you say. What is that? Data printed. Where is the data stored more effectively? Python. What is the most important reason why such a big data can be stored in Python? In Python, everything stored in the form of what? Objects. Who is having a more powerful capacities to store the data? Now I will say print A comma. Now I am writing small example. A is equal to 10. Print of A comma type of A. Don't worry today. What is int? In C language, my dear students, chala careful. So much carefulness is required. In C language, because when I am explaining these technical points now, how you receive that I will fear a lot. Because without knowledge, if you think here and there, what are all these things are called keywords? In which language? They are size restricted or not? Size restricted. Come to where next? Java. Int will take how many bytes here? 4. Is it taking everything such a big data? No. It is a size restricted or not? But when you come to Python language, is it size restricted? No. No. Why it is not size restricted? Because A is not a normal non-object. It is not a non-object. It is what? Object. Every object need what? Come on. What is int in Python? Class. What is int in Python? What is A? Object. First palakanda asalu. What is int? What is A? In C language, what is int? Keyword. In Java, what is int? Keyword. Keyword is called what? Non-object data. Stores what? Limited data. In Python, int is what? Class. What is A? Who can store more data? Now tell me. Now A is equal to 999999. Such a big 9 is there. You print it. A of. What is the type? Int. What is int? What is A? Who can store more amount of data? And Python objects never depends on size on OS is this much, size on another OS is this much. On all objects will take what data? Unlimited amount of data. That's why Python stores the data in the form of what? Objects. And objects doesn't depends on what? OS. That object is running on all types of OSs. It is not a size restricted. 2 bytes, 4 bytes, 6 bytes. Such restrictions are not there on OSs. That's why Python objects are what? Independent to OS or dependent to OS. So finally, what did you understand? C language, C++, Java, Python. C++ data types are size restricted, platform dependent. Java data types are platform independent. Stores what value? Single value. That's why Java objects stores what? Multiple values. But what? Limited number of values. Size restricted. Python, unlimited number of values you can store. Did you understand? Right. So what did you understand about the Python objects? Where you can store the unlimited amount of data without OS considerations? Python objects. Python object depends on OS or independent to OS? That's why Python is what language? Platform independent language. I think I reached you. Is it bouncing or understandable? Students in the online, did you understand this description? Did you understand this description? So good. Now I am entering into, now some student is asking, what is int in Python? What is int in Python? What is int in Python? I said 6 times so far. What is int in Python? What is int in Java? Keyword. What is int in C? What is int in Python? What is class? What is the object? Very beautiful example I will give you. Ready to listen? Still I am not saying class and object finished. When I go to class, I will tell you 4 days, 8 hours, I will tell you what is the class. If I take any OOPS student who is completed OOPS in their college, that OOPS is already OOPS. Your oops you learned in the colleges, that is already oops. You don't know anything about oops. Openly I will say. The oops which I am explaining is a real-time OS. What is the OS in real time? How OS is useful to us in AI, artificial intelligence. I am going to explain. Right now, I want to tell you about the concept called what? What is class and what is object? I just want to say. Shall I go for this? Right. What is the Python now? When student is asking what is Python? Python is one of the simple, open source, freeware, platform, independent language. If you listen the classes from 1 or 2 days onwards, you will get to conclusion. Day by day, our mindset has to change. Come to theoretical life to practical life. Can I go to one example about class and object? Yes. Ready to understand? Right. Right, Mom. Lakshmi. Thank you. Now I am going to introduce what is class and object. Very nice point I will tell you. Let us follow carefully. Please follow me carefully. So, coming to the point of it, Mr. Ramesh Reddy, I will explain, Mom. Nigam Naik. Nigam Naik is asking, sir, no, sir, it's what? Star A star in Python. Is it? What is that? Star A star, something is asking. Yeah, na? That's what, ma. Nigam Naik, please wait. Divya, thank you, ma. Nigam Naik, please wait. Right. Okay, Monica. Right. All girls are appreciating, but boys are not appreciating. So, not getting boys? Getting or not getting? But not appreciating. Okay. Anyhow, Nigam, please wait for 2 minutes. I'll come to once again this class and object. This is only beginning student and I did not introduce practical. When I introduce programming, it's next level. My target is only one thing. After completion of Python from my class, after listening my practical examples, practical scenarios, you cannot sit in any of the other classes next. You will not satisfy anybody teaches. That much practical exposure I will give you. Every day programming. To qualify IIT, every day mathematics, every day physics, every day chemistry, only applications. If anybody says theory, will you accept it? And I don't want, please show me the code. That type of explanation you expected. It's a computer science, not world map, north, east, west, what is there and all those things. Let us coming to the point of it. Now I'm going to say one super explanation I will give you about what classes and object I'm going to explain. And I'm not explaining concept of technical part. At this point of time, what is a class and what is an object I'm explaining? My dear students, take care, carefully try to understand. Now I'm asking one general awareness. I am creating for you general awareness because students are very important in understanding the lectures of the faculty. Theoretically, if I explain, something I have to explain wrong because as a teacher, nobody should explain wrong. Only reality has to explain. I don't want to talk about our 21 years education of mine and yours. I don't want to. Whatever we learn, we never use it in the software industry. By mistake, if you try to use now, your system will break. Really, I'm telling to you. Now, general awareness about class and object I am going to talk. Right. Please follow me carefully. General awareness about class and object. I am not giving any technical awareness, general awareness. Now I am asking a question. You have more money. You have land also. Now I am asking, how do you construct a house? How do you construct a house? So you may say the things. How do you construct the house? You may ask a question, sir, money required, land required. I said beginning only. You have what? Money is there. You have what? Land is there. Everything is ready. You want to construct the house. What do you need? Very good. Josna saying correct. Akash Matkar saying correct. What is required? Plan. Will you accept that? Yes. Good. So plan is required. Okay, students. Now you are contacting to one civil architect and he is giving you are giving your measurements of the land and he is constructing the house. He is constructing the house. His plan is preparing like that. So this is called what? Is preparing. So you said your entire thing and you are saying that this is called something and he is saying something like this. This is called one bed. This is called another bed. And this is called something like open kitchen. And you are writing some puja here. And you are writing something like this. And you are doing lot of things here. And then this is called some dining here. This is called some open dining you are taking. And this is called some drawing you are keeping. This is called your drawing, a drawing room. And you are taking some main door here. And you are keeping some another door here, and a door here, and all the doors here. And you are keeping the multiple things here. And this is called windows here and keeping all the measurements here. Done. This is called something like wash area giving. All these things are finished. And you like the plan, take a pic of it. After getting the job, you construct the house like this. And you are seeing seriously, girls are seeing seriously. Definitely I will construct like that. Yes. Plan is important. Without plan, how can we reach that, right? A target is important. To look at the target always. You can reach the target. Without target, if you move, you cannot. Look at my dear students. This is called house plan or not? Please don't lose the concentration, ma. All of you. What is this? House plan. And all your family members will see. And they're satisfied with that. Satisfied. But will you live inside of your room? House plan is ready. They are giving the paper to you. Will you live inside of that? Will you read in your reading room? Will you come and sit in this place? Will you do puja inside of that? Will you prepare any kitchen here? No. It is called what? Plan. Is it physical or virtual? Virtual. Will you live inside? If you keep big finger also, it will be tearing off. Then this measurement you are giving, it is virtual or physical? Virtual. It is nothing but a specification of my house, students. It is called specification. Specification of our house. Specification of house. It is a virtual feeling that it is there. But in reality, I cannot reside inside of it. Now you are giving to the builder. And the builder is constructing by taking 1 year. Exactly same house is building. And named as what? X house. Named as what, ma? X house. Where are you living? You tell me. Are you living in plan? Are you living in a house? Where are you living, please? X house. Please spell out. So where are you keeping your items of your household? This is called what? Physical or virtual? This is called what? Object. Where are you storing your household items? Object. Where are you having the object related specification? House plan. This house plan is called what? Class. House plan first, object first. Implementation of that house plan is called what? Object. Object first, class first. Yes, your relatives liked very well. They also want to have the same plan. They also constructed. What they are going to do? Why house, they said. Why house, they said. They are also living in the plan, in the physical object. So tell me now onwards. Before creating an object, what is required? Class first, object first. Now come to automobile sector. Automobile. Every year some new models of the cars will come or not? Before releasing the component the car is releasing, they will design the model or not? R&D people will design the model. Model first, physical component first. What is that model in boops? Beautiful. That model implementation is called what? Super. Where is the driver is sitting? Driver seat allocation in the figure is kept in where? Class. Steering symbol is also there. Where? Class. But real steering is there in where? Beautiful. So data stored in where? Come on, ma. Object. But to create an object, what is required? Class. Class first, object first. See the Python code now. Java code chupista chudandi meeku. Java code you see. Java code you please look into once. Here you see, my dear student. What is this, ma? Come on. It is called what? Specification. What is this S of which type? Student type. How many values I am storing? In Python you come. In Python you come. What is the class? What is S? How many values are stored? 4, 5, 6. So values are stored in Python where? Object. To create an object, what is required? Class first or object first? Go to the Python environment. Nigam Naik. What is int? What is int? What is A? Class first or object first? See, 12.34. My dear student, A comma type of A. See, what is float? What is A? Yes, A is equal to what? True. What is A? What is A? What is the type of A? What is type of A? When I change my question, you are becoming out. What is A? Object of which type? Bool is what? What is int? What is float? What is bool? In Python, everything stored in the form of what? Behind objects, who is there? First what? Next, what is the beauty of object? Can store any number of values. Can store any number of values, any amount of data else you can store. Not less value, small value, any amount of data you can store. That's why Python objects are so powerful in industry. Platform independent of Java, platform independent of Python, which is called greatest one. Right. Online students, did you catch my point what I am talking? My dear students, did you understand the meaning of class? It is only what? General awareness. When I come to real class, you see where I am showing a real class. You come to my point 4 p.m. recently completed whoop switches. See the classes concept. See how many examples I am going to discuss. Mind blowing. Come to this place now. Come to the place now. Syntax of class you see. What is a class you see? Syntax of class. Definition that is called. Syntax I will show you students. Syntax for defining a class. See how much big syntax is there. Class, class name, class level data members, instance method, decorator, class level method, static method name, etc. This is called a definition of class. But our people will say class is a collection of object. Blunder that is. Is class is a collection of object? No. Using class, we will create what? Yes. Getting my point? Yes. Can I ask some general questions? Yes. Nigam Naik, is it clear for you about your what is int you asked? What is A also you asked? I hope you are understanding. What is A? Of which type? Int type, float type, bool type. 14 data types are there in Python. All data types in Python are called what? Classes. Behind class, with classes, what you will create? And you will store the data in where? Behind objects, who is there? Class first, object first. Good. Can I ask one general question? Yes. Nigam Naik, are you there? So, please respond. Did you understand? Yes. Now I am asking question. General question. Whether you understand my point, I will check you in all the rounds. Who are you? Now you got a doubt. Who are you? What he is asking? You got a doubt. You forget by yourself. నేను అలా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను మీరు మిమ్మల్ని మరిపించేస్తాను అసలు. Who are you? Objects of which type? Student type. Student is what? Class. Who are you? Of which type? Student type. What is student? Class. Every object will have a type. Who are you? Simple thing. Who are you? Which type? What is student? That's all. Why you are an object? Because to sit, there is some spaces there or not. That's why you are called what? That's all. Who am I? Of which type? Teacher is what? That's all. Now I'll ask one danger question. You will answer compulsory wrong. Why? Your faculties already gave wrong knowledge for you. That's why. What is car? What is car? Wrong answer. Class. Types of cars are what? Objects. Type of car. Hyundai, Maruti, Honda City. These are all called types of cars. Spell out. Are called. All these types of cars, object class is what? Car. But our SARs will say car is an object. My SAR also said the same thing. We don't know that time. We passed also. But after entering into real time, we come to know that car is what? Class. Types of cars are what? Good. I said in the beginning only where you will say wrong, where you will say correct. I'll clearly will say. Because I've seen so many years onwards, lakhs of students trained. Last one more question. Until I satisfy, I go on asking questions. Bus. Speed. Types of buses. Good. Car. Types of cars. Okay. Mobile. Types of mobiles. You are having something in the hand or not? What is it? Huh? You are having something in the hand daily, even sleeping also adjust into the bed, something is there. What is that? Phone adi. Mobile. Type of mobile. Type of mobile is what? Mobile is what? Every mobile will call function, reject function, chat function, SMS function. Everything is there or not? What is mobile? Types of mobiles. Good. Faculty. Types of faculties. Aeroplane. Types of aeroplanes. Animal. Types of animals. Dog. Types of dogs. Red dog, brown dog, black dog, red with brown dog. These examples we should not tell in Wipro TCS exams. If we say this exam, okay, we will take care, they will say. They will get smile by themselves. We should not tell this. In real time, where I can explain. Today only I said in multi-threading, real-time standards of what? In 4 p.m. in multi-threading. Nobody will explain multi-threading in Python. See how many examples. Train reservation system. It is only a small module I am showing. Train in Abibus, how the seats will be released. In IRCTC project, how it is acquiring the lock and releasing the lock. Acquiring the lock and releasing the lock with whoops features I said. And next is called what? Banking. Banking example also I used to say. Synchronization example 3. Synchronization example 3. This is called what? That sit down. Daily you are going, right? 4 days back also you went out, I hope so. Sit down. That day I did not say why. 33% reservation. Daily going like that, not possible. Next time I know, don't come to class if you want to live in the class. Okay? Listen, it is not our old system. So dedicated, something is more useful here. Listen, are you following this? Banking examples. This is banking example. I will store you. I'll show you. I'll just make you diamond students. That's all. Just a diamond and a diamond. That's all. Right. Banking examples. Check bounce. How check bounce will be done. All these things. Marvelous coding, I'll tell you. Provided if you read the notes. First day I already said my conditions. If you don't do that, God also will not save you. God will show the way for you to get the job. This is a way showing here. This is a class. If you miss this way, out. I'm showing the applications. Even to you also, I will tell you the same examples. Right. Keep it aside. So come on to the last and final. Bottle. Types of bottles. Right. Bag. Huh? Class. Types of bags. Good. Are you perfect? Computer. Types of computers. Good. Who am I? After saying wrong, keeping like that, will it? Wrong is wrong. Once gun is released, sir, misfire means already out there, garbage collector collected away. So before speaking only, perfection is required. How you will get the perfection? Speaking, speaking, speaking. Tomorrow, if you go to an interview, speaking, speaking, already habit is there. There will say correct, correct, correct. Don't speak and open your mouth there. What will come out from your mouth? You cannot afford it. That's why speak in the class. Understand? So Python is which language? Platform. Did you understand the meaning of class and object? Right. Class does not contain memory space. Who will contain the memory space? Good. Is the object will have size restriction 2 bytes, 4 bytes like that? Python objects will take unlimited memory space, never depends on OS. That's why Python is which language? Platform independent language. Did you convince with my explanation today? Yes. Tomorrow I will go for what? Dynamically typed and interpreted programming language I will explain. When I leave the class, on the way when you are going, you have to memorize by yourself. Sir said what is class, what is the object. Java he explained, C language explained, Python explained. Try to memorize. Friends talking, nothing will come. Friends talking, pollution will come here. That's why during the course learning, no friend is required. Who is your friend from today onwards? Python. Boys, who is your friend? Only today, na? Outsider. Right. Take care, students. Tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow I'll go for what? Dynamically typed and interpreted programming language. Don't miss tomorrow class. Very important. Tomorrow I'll tell you how internally Python program will execute. Okay? Right. Thank you. All the best. Online students, you can hold on. I'll clarify your doubts.